Welcome back, dears. This is a video on my pets. I just wanted to catch you guys up and what's been going on. You guys have asked me to just give you an update on Madison, Shakira, and Cooper, of course. And here we are. Briefly, let me tell you Madison's story. So, I found Madison when she was about 2 to 5 weeks old, according to the vet. And I found her on the Madison Avenue Bridge in New York City. My cousin's husband actually spotted her. And I was a kid riding in the passenger seat, and this was in 2002. And he said, I didn't see her, but he saw her, and he said, "Do you want a kitty?" And I didn't even bat an eye. I thought I'll figure it out later because I wasn't supposed to have any animals. I'll figure it out later. I'll give her to somebody, or I'll give him to somebody. I knew that he saw something, an animal. So I said, "Yeah, I want a kitty." And so then he stopped the car in the middle of rush hour. And he went and grabbed her. And when he stopped that car, everybody was just telling us off, cursing at us, giving us the middle finger, the bus drivers, everybody in the car. "You guys are crazy. What is this? What are you doing?" And then when he pulls up this little tiny kitten, guess what? Everyone was clapping and going, "Woo!" And they were like going crazy, "Yeah, yeah," and congratulating us and giving us like the fist, up in the air, like, yay. And so that's how, I met Madison. She was about 3 to 5 weeks old, and she was vicious. I tried to grab her, and even though she was a little kitten, she tried to kill me. She scratched me all up and bit me, and then the next day I took her to the vet. She was pretty beat up, and the vet looked at me and said, "You know what? You look like a good kid. I don't want to take your money. And I don't think she's going to make it. You should put her down. I just don't want to take your money." And I thought to myself, well, I don't care about that. I want to save her. Is there a chance? Is there a chance that you can save her? And she says, "We need x-rays. It's going to cost you," I think it was $200 or something. And I said, "Go ahead, do the x-rays." And I had a little bit of money saved up. When you're little, you don't have that much money. I had some money saved up from babysitting gigs and stuff like that. And I paid part of it. My aunt, my tia, helped me pay for the rest. And all she had was gas. We thought she had internal injuries because she was bleeding from her mouth and her hiney. But it was just external bleeding. It wasn't internal. And she lived to be almost 20 years old. Yes, Madison passed away in January, you guys. She did. So she was a few months shy of 20. So it was actually 19 years old when she passed away, but she was about 4 months or less than 4 months from being 20. So I'll just say 20. She was my little angel. I learned so much from that cat. She was the toughest being ever to live on this earth. I believe that in my husband too, and my mom, everybody that knew her. Everyone says she's the toughest little cat ever. And she brought us so much joy. I am more than grateful that I got her for such a long time, that she never was hungry, that she was always well taken care of, well fed, well looked after. She had diabetes from the age of 12 till she passed away, and her insulins were on point. I never, not gave her insulin for any reason. She was always on her treatments. And we took really good care of her, and she took such good care of our hearts and our souls. She gave to us so much more. My little queen, Madison. And I also want to thank you guys because, you guys are always saying thank you for sharing your gift, thank you for your readings. But no, I'm the one indebted to you. You guys gave me your heart and your soul. You poured it out. When I said, "Please pray for my Maddie," you guys came through. And she got to live another year. And I believe it was all because of your prayers and the doctors. And I cannot thank you enough. I feel so healed by you, by this community. If you hear that in the background, that's Cooper. He's tearing up a toy. So my little girl, that's one of her birthdays there. She was 91. And here she is with the biggest little gift. It was a bunch of Rachel Rays and quilts in there from Cooper and Shakira. Here they are together, my three babies. Yeah, my three little dragons. They got along so well. At first, it was, hit and miss with Cooper, but Madison taught him the ropes. She was the boss here. She just a total boss lady. An amazing, amazing being, this cat. She was just good all over, and she ran the house. She was the boss here. It wasn't us, it was her. And she kept everything in order. And now you know why we've been babying Cooper. You know why we've been catering to him. Poor guy, I mean, he's been through so much. He's been grieving. He lost his best friend. And, this is why when I'm doing a live, I'll stop. If he needs me, I'll go check on him and give him extra attention. Let him sleep in my bed, give him extra treats. All that good stuff that he needs. Ear rubs, all that. And poor little Shakira. Now, Shakira's the greatest little pet. I'm telling you, she's so cute. She's so sweet. She's also been going through a rough time. Every morning for like the first few weeks that Maddie passed away, she would bellow and yowl, looking for her, crying, trying to find her. It was heartbreaking. I mean, she lived with her since Shakira was a little baby as well, and Shakira's 10 years old. She'll be 11 in the summer. And, Maddie was, 10 or 11 about 10 years old when she got Shakira. And so Shakira only knew Maddie. That's her big sister. That's her mama. That's her best friend too. And so, yeah, they were kind of sad. Cooper had his little bed, his little dog bed that we would put next to us at night, and he would sleep there. And when Maddie passed away, he just stayed with her on the sofa. She was on top of the coffee table, and he slept that night with her. And ever since then, he just wants to sleep with us now. So he sleeps with us. And we wanted to give her a send-off, a beautiful send-off. So we had a little funeral for her. Number one, because she deserved it. She deserved a beautiful farewell. And also for us, I had a bunch of family that died during COVID, and I didn't even get to go to their funeral. So it was kind of healing for me to do that for her. And also we wanted the animals to know that she had been gone, that she was no longer with us. And we had a bunch of our friends and their pets, cats and dogs, come and view the body. And Cooper and Shakira viewed the body so that they could get kind of an idea that, she was gone. So that's one of the reasons we did the funeral. One of the many reasons. And just Maddie deserved it. She was surrounded by beauty her whole life. We always try to keep everything clean and beautiful around her. And when she passed away, we just couldn't bear just to let her go just like that. We wanted to do something special. And so we did. And it was beautiful. Some of you might find these pictures distressing, but I find them beautiful. I did the flowers myself. Everything was handmade. And my husband, he built a coffin for her. And then I built all the stuff around the coffin, the padding. And the flower arrangements, were made by me. So we wanted to just have her for as long as we could and give her the funeral that she deserved. And like I said, it was healing. It was healing for us. Some people might find it silly, but we found it healing. Some people might find these pictures triggering, but I find them beautiful. She deserved it. She deserved a beautiful send-off. And like I mentioned, everything we did ourselves. Here is that crown. We bought this crown at Trader Joe's. It's a crown of Persian jasmines. And they ended up blooming when we buried her. They bloomed. And I still have them in my coffee table there. She deserved the best. She was our queen. And she got a crown of jasmines. And those of you that know me personally know how personal Jasmine's are to me. And yeah, this is my Shakira. This is her looking for Madison. And here's Cooper, you guys. Oh my god, I remember I did a reading with somebody that day, and he was just in tears. I had to cater to him. And I didn't want to tell you guys during that time because we were going through rough times with that Biden cup and things coming up for Ukraine. It was just horrible. And there he is. He's so sad. I had to baby him. He now sleeps with us. Before Maddie died, he had his own little bed and he slept there. And after she passed away, he just sleeps with us now. And then after that, poor guy, he had a growth on his leg. And I took him to get it biopsied. There he is with the biopsy. Fortunately, it turned out to be benign. But he had to go on a diet, get a biopsy, and lost his best friend all at once. So that's why I've been catering to this little guy. And here he is, just eating a toy. There he is, happy as a clam. That was when we got the results of the biopsy. He came out negative. The vet, everybody was celebrating. We had a friend come over here. He brought him this giant treat. I don't know if I have the picture. I'll show it to you later. Everybody was so happy for us. All our friends love animals too. So yeah, it was like a celebration. And he had his little puppuccino and just having a great time, little Cooper there. And so yeah, he's healing, and so is Shakira. They're all healing. You be good boy, bud. He's enjoying himself afterwards with our neighbor's dog.
Oh, sweet.
That dog is so good. He's so smart and clever, that dog. Of course, it's the way. Here are Cooper and Shakira sleeping together. They find solace in each other now. They didn't get along very well before Maddie passed, but now they do. And that's them swapping bed. If you look at the bay window, you see Cooper in that tiny bed. That's supposed to be Shakira's. And then she's got his bed. So now she's bossing him around now. And here they are together, sunbathing. That's one of those suction little beds. They love it. They love being there together. And there goes my Maddie, sweet little girl, my old lady. My little old lady girl. So I'll tell you how we made the call for her. So she had cancer. She had polyps that turned into cancer, so she had like a nasal cancer. And we gave her radiation. We did everything possible. My goodness. And, she lived a good year. I mean, the last 2 months were not easy, but she lived a great year, almost a whole great year. And so when, December came in, I saw her declining. She was always eating, though. She always ate, and she always, bossed everyone around and came to watch TV with us. And she had pecan praline ice cream every night with us. But she did that for years. And she loved us so much. She spent so much quality time hanging out with us. I mean, we have tons of pictures of us together with her, but for obvious reasons, I'm not going to post them. But yeah, so she had a great time. She had a wonderful last year of her life. But my younger brother came to visit, and he said when he saw her, he said, "Oh, she's doing okay." And then like 2 days after she was here, she just took a turn, and he said, "Hey, you know what, Cass, I think it's time. And I just nearly broke down. Like, I felt my just stomach drop. And I knew it was true. And since Madison was a homebody, she didn't like going out. I wasn't going to take her to the vet to be put down. Fortunately, in the town I live in, they love animals. They cater to animals. And we had a veterinarian come to the house that day. We had scheduled it. And that day, she got everything she wanted. And she liked to be downstairs by the fireplace with us and watch TV. She loved Trevor Noah and Colbert. She loved John Batiste. Now he wins the Grammy. But she was a big fan, and ice cream. So every night we would sit down there, and she was hanging out with us. And then in the morning, she would go upstairs and look out the window and look at birds. That day, she was just trying to hang out downstairs. She felt kind of cold, so I put on the heating mat for her, and I put YouTube cat tube, it's just a bunch of birds and squirrels flying around, and the cats look at it, and she loved that. So I had done that for her before, and she enjoyed it. So she just kept looking at the birds flying around in the TV as if she was looking out the window. And around 3:30 we had the vet come in. She came at 3. It was scheduled for 3:30 in the afternoon. And she was so professional. We gave Maddie, the food that she wanted. She had some Rachel Ray that was like, I'm not plugging Rachel Ray. The lady doesn't know me. I get no money from it, but she just loved Rachel Ray stuff. And pecan praline or butter pecan ice cream. So we gave her all of that. We gave her everything she wanted. She ate it. And, but she was doing poorly. And the vet came in very professional, and she said, do you want a paw print of hers? And I said, yeah, I do. So she took out a mold, and she started, working on this mold. And she explained to me what was going to happen. She said, I'm going to remove some hair of hers for your keepsake, and I'm going to also take her paws and put them on this mold so that you can have it. And, she went through the process. She was sedated, and we all sat around her, all the animals, my brother, my husband, and I, the vet, and we petted her and we kissed her, and the animals looked at her and licked her, and she was so happy, and she ate all that she wanted, and I petted her, and she was purring and purring and purring. And then the vet came in and anesthetized her, and she gave us all the time we needed. She wasn't rushing us or anything. She was so kind. And then, she said, thank you for taking such good care of her whole life. I can see that you all loved her very much. And now she's not suffering. Thank you for giving her a peaceful send-off. And now she's out there in cat heaven. And it was just heartbreaking. And I've been grieving this poor cat since January. I feel like it's a family member, like it's a person that died. And so does my husband and my animals. And when I went to New York, people were like, what? No. Everyone knew Madison. But I am so grateful to have her for so long. How many people don't get to have their pets that long? She's the longest living pet I ever had. And I really feel that she was born during my spiritual journey, because I've always had that spiritualness in me, but it had never blossomed until now to the fullest, where I'm sharing it with the world. And she gave me the strength and the courage. She really did. And she brought us together in a way. You guys, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for everything you've done for me and my family, and for Madison and Cooper and Shakira. God bless you all. Thank you for being here. Thank you for looking at this video. I hope you find solace if you're going through the same things. Know that they're here for a short time, and we are their guardians. And they're not meant to outlive us. We're meant to outlive them. And we're meant to protect them. We're their guardian angels. We're their archangels. And the privilege to have been there in such a way, emotionally, with the heart, with helping her physically, giving her a wonderful home. Dios perdóname, God forgive me, but I think she had a better life than even most children. So, no regrets. And that's one of the biggest part of healings, having no regrets, treating your pets just like people. And that has helped me heal. And I'm comforted. I'm still grieving, but what's the word? I feel conformed. I have conformity. And so should you. Don't be sad. I haven't felt her yet, but because I've been so busy, but I'm going to do my prayers, and I hope to communicate with her soon. I believe that that's a thing. And again, just gratitude to you. Thank you for being here. Thank you. Madison thanks you as well, and does my family. Blessings to all of you, and a big hug.